If you thought you knew what to expect from the Switch 2, think again, because these recent reveals just blew my mind. I'm walking you through 15 incredible new titles ranging from massive RPGs to returning classics that define the next generation. You definitely don't want to miss a single one of these. Hollow Knight, the absolute indie Metroidvania masterpiece from Team Cherry, officially launched on the Nintendo Switch 2 on February 5th, 2026, arriving as a native edition with substantial enhancements over the original Switch version. This updated release features higher resolutions, smoother frame rates, and additional graphical effects that take full advantage of the Switch 2's more powerful hardware while preserving the deep, atmospheric exploration that made the original game so beloved. Nintendo and Team Cherry have also confirmed a fantastic detail for returning players, stating that if you already own Hollow Knight on the original Nintendo Switch, you can download the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition upgrade for free through an upgrade pack in the eShop, making the transition incredibly seamless.
And deal magic damage using upgradable spells while exploring the vast on Nintendo Switch 2. Equip charms to enhance your abilities.
Bethesda's Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is confirmed to arrive on the Nintendo Switch 2 on February 24th, 2026, marking the first time this 2015 classic will be available on a Nintendo system with such a complete package in tow. The Anniversary Edition bundles the base game with all 6 major DLC expansions and includes a huge collection of Creation Club content, giving you an enormous wasteland adventure brimming with quests, mechanics, and customizable options right from the start. You will be able to explore the post-apocalyptic Commonwealth in either handheld or docked mode, tackling everything from gritty survival challenges to complex stories of settlement building and faction conflict. The Switch 2 release is particularly exciting because it means you can finally traverse this massive RPG world on the go, with the experience fully optimized for Nintendo's latest hardware.
City to the shadowy corners of forgotten vaults. The Commonwealth is packed. Every road leads somewhere new. From the heart of Diamond City,
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is confirmed to be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on May 12, 2026, releasing both digitally and physically, and in a particularly notable twist for collectors, the Switch 2 version will include almost the entire game on a single full data game card without needing big downloads once installed. This action-adventure from Machine Games and Bethesda puts you in the boots of the iconic archaeologist in a new original story set in 1937, featuring signature whip-cracking action, puzzle-solving, and globe-spanning exploration that sits right between the classic films in the franchise's timeline. The Switch 2 port has quickly become one of the most anticipated handheld versions of the year, thanks to that true physical release and the chance to play such a high-end cinematic adventure anywhere you go.
Set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, Indy will journey from the pyramids of Giza to the sunken temples of Sukhothai and beyond.
Bethesda's critically acclaimed fantasy RPG, The Elder Scrolls IV. Oblivion is getting a full remaster on the Nintendo Switch 2 sometime in 2026, bringing the massive open world of Cyrodiil to Nintendo's new hardware with modernized graphics powered by Unreal Engine 5. This version includes all major expansions like Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles, while delivering refined combat, interface updates, and improved performance compared with the original 2006 release. Although a specific release date hasn't been announced yet, fans of exploration and deep branching quests will finally be able to experience this classic on a portable system with visuals and mechanics that have been significantly freshened up for a modern audience.
Cast of characters.
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler.
Plus, the Shivering Isles and Knights of the Nine expansions are included. Master ranged or melee weapons, wield powerful magic, or use
Capcom's Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th major numbered installment in the famed survival horror series, is scheduled to launch on the Nintendo Switch 2 on February 27, 2026. Set between the events of the classic Raccoon City incident and later series entries, Requiem blends intense storytelling with modernized survival horror gameplay that includes both first and third-person perspectives, puzzle-style challenges, and the limited resource tactics that the franchise is known for. Early impressions suggest the Switch 2 version runs very smoothly in docked mode and delivers an experience that is surprisingly competitive with other console versions, underscoring exactly how far Nintendo's new hardware can push AAA titles.
Supply of healing items and ammunition are at her disposal. Opponent's stance in close quarters combat. He can fire from it. Ending doom is always close at hand. Meanwhile,
Monster Hunter Stories 3. Twisted Reflection continues the beloved turn-based RPG spin-off of the Monster Hunter franchise, arriving on Nintendo Switch 2 and other major platforms on March 13th, 2026. This third mainline entry drops you into a rich story where two kingdoms, Azuria and Vermeil, stand on the brink of collapse due to an environmental crisis called the Crystal Encroachment. As the heir of Azuria and the last Rathalos rider, you will build bonds with tameable monsters known as Monsties, and explore a dramatic new world while engaging in strategic, turn-based battles that emphasize teamwork and tactical depth. The game embraces the charm of the series' RPG roots, with fresh twists in narrative and party combat that longtime fans have been eagerly awaiting.
Come together if we wish to survive it. Your troops advance on our border, and you...
She has much to learn, both as royalty and...
I needed to know what she hoped to accomplish. I became a ranger in the hopes I might find it.
Digimon Story Time. Stranger, sometimes listed as Digimon Story Time Stranger, expands the Digimon RPG legacy onto Nintendo's newest hardware with a July 10th, 2026 launch on Nintendo Switch 2 as well as the original Switch. As the seventh major game in the Digimon Story sub-series, it tasks players with preventing a worldwide catastrophe that threatens both the human and digital worlds. You will collect and battle with over 450 Digimon, experimenting with non-linear evolution paths and turn-based combat strategies to build your perfect team. The Switch 2 release also includes enhanced graphics modes, letting you choose between visual fidelity or smoother performance, which is a welcome touch on portable hardware.
Digimon. It's a shame, but the days of peace are over.
To the entire world! It's all just one surprise after another. This place is similar to in your current location. Get out of there! No matter what happens or
Kyoto
where
Xanadu is a newly announced action RPG from Nihon Falcom, revealed during the February 2026 Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase and set to launch in summer 2026 on Nintendo Switch 2, Switch, PS5, and PC. The game follows Rei, a student at Hirosaka Academy, who gains mysterious powers and ventures into the sprawling labyrinth known as Xanadu. Gameplay blends 2D side-scrolling exploration with more cinematic 3D boss battles, while outside the labyrinth you will build relationships, level up, and uncover deeper mysteries tied to Kyoto's dual worlds. Despite having a broad global release window rather than a specific date just yet, it is shaping up to be a meaningful follow-up to Tokyo Xanadu with a mix of action, exploration, and character growth.
outside the labyrinth, improve your stats. Rumored to be the origin of this other world. Battle between man and monster begins. Discover the truth when...
Turok Origins is officially listed for Nintendo Switch 2 with a broad 2026 launch window, and recent announcements peg its scheduled release in fall 2026 rather than spring. This new entry in the long-running Turok franchise departs from the older first-person shooter roots and instead blends third-person action with cooperative play, letting you battle dinosaurs and an alien threat across dangerous environments. The narrative centers on elite Turok warriors fighting to save humanity, and the game supports both solo and online co-op play, offering strategic teamwork in addition to fast-paced action.
As you venture across breathtaking unleash weapons, melee attacks, and special abilities to devastate foes.
Pragmata is a sci-fi action-adventure developed and published by Capcom, finally slated to launch on Nintendo Switch 2 on April 24, 2026. The game's story focuses on a stranded astronaut named Hugh and his AI companion Diana, as they attempt to survive and escape a decaying lunar research station now overrun by hostile forces. On Switch 2, Pragmata runs natively and showcases third-person exploration, puzzle-driven combat elements, and Capcom's signature RE engine visuals tailored to the hybrid hardware. Early hands-on impressions highlight the game's atmospheric world and solid mechanics, making it a standout original IP from Capcom's slate in years.
Android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Come a battle.
The heck was that?
By moving the cursor through panels toward the green goal.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the highly anticipated second chapter in Square Enix's Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, is confirmed to launch on Nintendo Switch 2 on June 3rd, 2026. This action RPG continues the story from the original remake and expands into vast overworld regions beyond Midgar, blending real-time combat with strategic RPG elements. The Switch 2 version joins releases on other platforms and brings the full cinematic experience of Rebirth to Nintendo's latest console, letting players follow Cloud and the rest of Avalanche across sweeping landscapes, emotional narrative arcs, and deep combat systems.
Tis but a homecoming.
You saved me before. Now it's my turn.
And roll over the planet with Genova at his side.
Orbitals is an original cooperative adventure coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2, announced during the February 2026 Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase with a release window of summer 2026 or winter 2026 in some regions. It is designed as a two-player intergalactic co-op experience with retro-inspired visuals and a strong emphasis on teamwork where players can tackle challenges together locally or online using features like Game Share. You will navigate hazardous cosmic environments and solve puzzles as you progress through the story, enjoying aesthetic vibes that lean into anime and sci-fi themes while blending platforming with cooperative problem-solving in a way that is uniquely suited to the Switch 2's hardware.
Activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surface, brave galactic dangers, and save all that's left of their home. Unexpected solutions to puzzles.
Valheim, the massively popular Viking survival and crafting game, is headed to Nintendo Switch 2 sometime in 2026. This port brings the hit title's expansive procedurally generated world, full of exploration, base building, survival elements, and boss battles, to Nintendo's latest system. While a precise release date has not been solidified yet, its inclusion in the Switch 2 lineup means players can soon lumber about as bearded Norse warriors on the go or docked, with optimized performance and controls tailored for the hardware.
Fashion a bow and arrows to hunt, install beams, construct walls, make the roof, the high seas to reach new lands, and create even more.
Tokyo Scramble is an action survival title exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2, also revealed during the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase and set for release on February 11th, 2026. The game throws you into an underground version of Tokyo overrun by dinosaur-like Xeno beasts, and crucially, your protagonist has no combat abilities whatsoever. That means you must rely entirely on stealth, smart evasion, and quick thinking to outmaneuver the subterranean threats rather than engaging in direct confrontation, giving Tokyo Scramble a survival puzzle combo and a tense atmospheric feel that sets it apart from more typical action games.
To get your steps in.
The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales is a new action RPG from Square Enix's creative teams, including folks behind Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default, coming to Nintendo Switch 2 on June 18, 2026. Presented in a striking HD 2D art style, the game blends real-time combat with strategic elements and follows the titular hero Elliot on a sweeping journey across a land threatened by beast tribes. Players will battle in dynamic action sequences using multiple weapon types and partner with a fairy companion named Faye, with optional two-player co-op adding depth to combat and exploration, all while the story spans generations and time itself to add narrative richness to its engaging mechanics.
Philabildia's history is the age of Reconstruction, when humans...
I want only peaceful coexistence. I have